Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your change? Not just grabbed it, not just tossed it into a jar, but really looked? Because right now, somewhere in the hands of an ordinary American, sits a tiny silver coin that's rewriting history. A 2011 D Roosevelt dime, worth up to $967,000 in today's collector market. Sounds impossible? That's exactly what the man who almost spent his $1 million dime thought, until a coin dealer's eyes widened and said, "Do you know what you're holding?" And here's the truth. That same opportunity could be sitting in your pocket right now. Think about it. A 10-cent piece, smaller than your thumb, lighter than a paperclip, capable of changing your financial destiny overnight. Exciting? Absolutely. Terrifying? Maybe just a little. Because while most people are letting these rare gems slip away, others are quietly cashing in, becoming overnight legends in the coin-collecting world. So before you spend that dime at the vending machine, let's uncover what makes this coin so incredibly rare, and how one simple mistake at the mint turned an everyday dime into a treasure worth nearly $1 million. The discovery. The secret behind the $1 million dime. Now, let's dig a little deeper. The 2011 D dime was minted in Denver, one of the busiest U.S. mints. Millions were struck that year, but only a handful turned out to be different. These few had something extraordinary. A minting error, a subtle imperfection so rare that collectors worldwide began hunting for them like buried treasure. Some have doubled dies, where the image appears slightly shadowed or doubled. Others have missing mint marks, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions. These are the quirks that can turn a coin worth 10 cents into one worth hundreds of thousands. And that's where the magic happens, or should I say, the money happens. Because when rarity meets demand, value explodes. Now here's the cliffhanger. Experts still don't know exactly how many of these rare 2011 D dimes exist. Some believe fewer than 10 have been confirmed. Imagine that, just a handful out of tens of millions. So while you're watching this, there could be a coin sitting in your drawer, your glove box, or even under your couch cushion, waiting to change your story forever. And if you think that sounds too good to be true, remember this. In 2023, a collector in Texas sold a rare error dime for nearly $900,000. The crowd thought it was a joke until the check cleared. The call to action. The race to find yours. Now here's where the urgency kicks in. Every single day, coins like these disappear forever. Spent, melted, or simply ignored by people who never knew what they had. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, go through your change. Check your coin jars. Look through your drawers, your car, your kitchen counter. Because if you find that 2011 D dime with a minting anomaly, you're not just finding a coin. You're uncovering a piece of American history worth up to $967,000. And let's be honest. How many opportunities in life let you turn 10 cents into nearly $1 million? If you're a collector, a dreamer, or simply someone who refuses to let opportunity pass by, this is your moment. And for all the young and old living across the U.S., yes, even that dusty penny collection you inherited from your grandparents, it's time to take a fresh look. Rare coins are being bought every single day by collectors, museums, and private investors who know their true worth. Don't let fear or doubt stop you. Don't tell yourself, it's just a dime, because somewhere, someone once said that and walked away from fortune. So here's the question. Will you be the next person to find America's hidden treasure? Check your change. Look closer, because your financial breakthrough might be shining right back at you, one dime at a time. Have you ever picked up a dime and thought, it's just 10 cents? Well, what if I told you that one small 1999 dime, yes, the one sitting quietly in someone's old jar right now, could be worth up to $555,000? Sounds crazy, right? But here's the shocking truth. One tiny error, one hidden detail, can turn a regular coin into a life-changing fortune. Now before you rush to the couch to dig through the cushions, stay with me. Because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal exactly what makes this dime so rare, why collectors are paying astronomical prices, and how ordinary Americans are cashing in on forgotten change lying in their homes. And don't worry, I promise this isn't one of those click and hope stories. This is real numismatic history in the making. So grab a coin, maybe a magnifying glass, and listen closely, because the next 10 minutes might just change how you look at pocket change forever. But before we dive in, quick question. If I told you a dime could buy you a brand new sports car today, would you still toss it into the tip jar? Thought so. Let's get started. The hidden power of the 1999 P dime. Our story begins in 1999, a year most of us remember for Y2K panic, flip phones, and the rise of the internet age. But hidden among the chaos, the US Mint quietly released millions of Roosevelt dimes, shiny, silver-colored coins made of copper and nickel. Among them, a few mysterious dimes slipped through with minting errors so rare that even professional collectors didn't notice for years. Imagine this. A small shift in a machine press, a microscopic misalignment, or a missing mint mark. To the untrained eye, nothing special. But to a coin expert, that's like finding a gold vein running through a mountain point. One of these elusive treasures, the 1999 P Roosevelt dime, has now reached a jaw-dropping value of $555,000 in the collector market. Why? Because of its perfect condition, error rarity, and limited survival count. Some show double die strikes. That's when the coin design gets imprinted twice, creating a shadow-like doubling effect. Others have a misaligned mint mark or missing initials, making them freaks of minting perfection. Collectors go wild for these, and the scarcer the error, the higher the price. But here's the kicker. Most of these coins are still out there, in drawers, in jars, maybe even in your car's cup holder right now. And while you might see just a 10-cent coin, a collector sees a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own history. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your coins before spending them? Yeah, probably never, right? Well, maybe after today that's about to change. Now, before you think this is all just luck, listen carefully. The people finding these coins aren't just collectors. They're everyday Americans. Retirees cleaning out old boxes, teenagers sorting through inherited jars, and even young adults who simply looked closer at what they already had. That's the beauty of it. The opportunity isn't reserved for the wealthy or the experts. It's right there, in your hands. Literally. Imagine finding a dime so rare it could pay off your mortgage, your car, or even fund your dream business. Imagine the feeling, the disbelief, the excitement, the sheer joy of realizing that the smallest coin in your wallet is your ticket to financial freedom. But here's the reality check. These treasures don't stay hidden forever. The more people become aware, the faster they disappear from circulation. That's why now is the time to act. Don't wait until another collector finds what could have been yours. Start small. Grab your change jar, examine your coins under good light, and look for the mint mark P with the year 1999. Check for doubling, edge errors, or missing letters. If you find something unusual, don't ignore it. That could be the beginning of your own discovery story. Because the next headline might just read, "Local man sells 1999 P dime for $500,000. And who knows, that local man could be you. Funny how 10 cents can suddenly feel like 10 million, isn't it? So, before you go, do this, check your change, share this story, and subscribe if you want more real stories of coins turning ordinary people into unexpected millionaires. Because while others see spare change, you just might see your future. Have you ever held a single dime in your hand and thought, this tiny coin could change my entire life? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because somewhere in the United States, a regular 1981 D dime just turned into a $539,000 miracle. Yes, $500,000 for a coin worth 10 cents. And you might be holding one right now without even knowing it. Imagine this, you're cleaning out an old drawer, maybe an old jar your parents filled with coins decades ago. You find a small, dull dime. And what if that dime could pay off your mortgage, your debts, maybe even fund your dream life? Sounds like a movie plot, but it's happening right now to real people who understand what to look for. But before we jump into how and why this coin is worth a fortune, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your change instead of just spending it? Because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a dime the same way again. Let's rewind the clock to 1981. Ronald Reagan had just taken office, MTV was brand new, and the Denver Mint was producing millions of Roosevelt dimes. Ordinary coins, ordinary metal, right? Not quite. You see, during the minting process, rare errors, misstrikes, and special conditions occurred. Tiny details invisible to the casual eye. Some 1981 D dimes came out with double dies, missing mint marks, or even unique planchet errors. These are the golden tickets of coin collecting. Now, here's the twist. Many of these dimes slipped into circulation unnoticed. They've been sitting quietly for over 40 years, hiding in drawers, jars, and wallets, waiting for someone sharp-eyed enough to uncover their secret. And this is where the story turns from ordinary to extraordinary. A single coin collector discovered a 1981 D-dime with a unique die strike and perfect mint condition, graded by a top agency as MS-68. That small piece of metal sold for a staggering $539,000. $500,000 for a dime that once bought bubble gum. Think about it. That dime might have passed through gas stations, grocery counters, or maybe your grandparents' hands. It's not just a coin. It's a time traveler, carrying a story from 1981 straight to your palm. But let's pause for a moment. If one dime can be worth over $500,000, what about the coins you have? Could you be sitting on something worth more than your car, your savings, or even your house? Now here's where it gets real. Experts are saying that the demand for old US coins, especially error coins, is exploding. As more collectors join online marketplaces, prices are skyrocketing. What was worth $1,000 a few years ago can now sell for hundreds of thousands. But here's the fear factor: these coins are disappearing fast. People who don't realize what they're holding are spending them, melting them, or tossing them into Coinstar machines. That's like throwing away a winning lottery ticket. So, if you live in the US and have coins from the 1970s, 1980s, or earlier, this is your moment. Don't just ignore that change jar. Open it. Inspect every dime. Look for the 1981 D mark. Check for unusual details like double letters, missing mint marks, or crisp, mirror-like surfaces. Even small imperfections could mean massive value. You might laugh and think, a dime? Really? Yes, a dime that could rewrite your future. And here's a funny truth. Most people watching this will forget it by tomorrow and go back to scrolling. But a few will act, and those few could be the next ones featured in headlines like "Man discovers $500,000 dime in junk drawer." Now, before you rush to cash in, remember this: coin collecting isn't just luck. It's knowledge, timing, and awareness. That's why collectors are searching non-stop, and the competition is fierce. The window of opportunity is closing as more people discover what these tiny treasures are really worth. So here's your cliffhanger. Could your 1981 D-dime be the next six-figure discovery? Could that forgotten coin in your kitchen drawer make you a fortune overnight? Don't just wonder. Find out. Every great fortune starts with curiosity, and sometimes, with something as small as a coin. Check your change, explore your drawers, and inspect your dimes. Because history doesn't just belong in museums. It might be jingling in your pocket right now.